Hello everyone. Today I wanted to show you this prize wheel I got today. I purchased this for $3. As you can see, this prize wheel has these little slots that you can kind of put notes or gift cards or even money, I imagine, if you're so inclined. But I did want to make one of these for a while, so I couldn't really resist getting this for the price, but it was quite a bit larger than what I was looking for. I thought maybe this is even something that I could incorporate into some videos, maybe either choosing the topic or a direction of a build. I thought that might be an interesting thing to do, so let me know what you guys think. And here is just a light stand. I think this was for a little studio light. I wasn't really using this for anything, so I decided to go ahead and repurpose it. But the first thing I had to do was come up with how to mount this. This prize wheel probably weighs around 12 pounds. It's like 1/2 inch MDF wood. So I came up with a couple of ways to do this. Came up with this bracket that operates kind of like a flange fitting. So it encapsulates around the diameter of the rod, and then I did a brass insert pushed in from the rear, and I did a bearing roller to kind of support the wood so it would hang on the screw as a pivot point, but also have the roller to reinforce it. And these are 832 by 3/4 inch screws. And this pretty much just clamps on here any spot that you want. Let me know if you guys have any interest in these files, if you could repurpose them for maybe you have one of these light stands and you wanted to make one a camera attachment. That would be pretty easy to do. But let me know what you think of this. And if you have any ideas for what I should do with this prize wheel when it's complete, let me know. I have this set to the lowest torque. I'm not trying to really over tighten these. And you can kind of see that's a nice tight fit. And using the tubing in this way allows you to apply a lot of force without crushing or bending the tubing. Now for the prize toggle, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I looked up a little bit and everybody was using rubber bands for it. But I decided to use this extension spring, and this is the bracket I designed for the top. It's kind of funny because it looks heavier duty than the one actually holding the 15-pound spool. But here's a extension spring. I had a little assortment pack of these, and this was pretty much the biggest one. So then I designed this little pivot mechanism that has a bearing pushed into it. And this is a 832 socket head, and I put a little washer on here just to kind of help the bearing not get pinched. In hindsight, I probably could have done a few different things with this mechanism, and then I made the toggle just press in. So you can kind of see it's meant to be able to rotate in either direction and to self-center. I think it needs to be broken in a little bit. It kind of tends to favor one side or the other when you spin it. So that could be some tolerance with the screw clearance and the block. But this mounts the same way. I sort of just extended the earlier bracket and moved some holes around, so it was kind of a simple way. I'm going to go ahead and take the cap that was in this off. The reason for this is just to make a void for it to flushly mount to the top. And I also ended up finding out that a dry erase marker fits nicely in there, so that's a nice little convenient spot to put whatever you're using to write on this board. Because the prize wheel does have a smooth panel that's kind of meant for dry erase. It looks like this came from some retailer that was probably using it for promotions or giveaways. So I'm kind of just flushing this up with the top so that I don't have to worry about it. And the nice thing about this is it actually lets you set how much of the toggle contacts the prize wheel. It was sort of an unintentional benefit with using this type of a stand, being that you can raise and lower these telescoping wheels. You can adjust that prize wheel tab up and down to either do longer spins or shorter spins. And here's the actual wheel pivot. I basically did 2 of these brackets with a bearing pushed in. The idea was that the screw would go through both halves and then attach it to the stand. It's been working pretty good. I have no fear of it breaking, but it is not quite as robust as I would like it to be. So I may revisit this design later. Here I just put another washer on this to kind of assist with the bearing transfer. This is a little bit hard to do, but I managed. So the idea you can see here is that this bearing will roll across the surface of the MDF and it'll kind of help support it. In hindsight, I could have extended this distance further. Here's kind of a little bit of the testing of it. I'll try to put it down somewhere where it's a little bit bigger view. This thing's a little bit awkward because of how big and heavy it is. Let me know if you guys are interested in any of these files, and subscribe and leave a comment below. Thank you.